Hey folks, welcome to the season finale of AKS Me Anything. Today we're here with Robin, who works in an exciting team. I think a lot of folks have been waiting for the work that Robin's been doing for the last year and a half at this point, which is the node auto provisioning team, or the Karpenter team. So maybe let's start by explaining maybe some of the folks out there that might not know what is NAP, what is Karpenter?
Yeah. So just to clarify, Karpenter is the name of the open source project, and node auto provisioning is the official name of the feature that we offer. So basically, what it is an autoscaler. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't know, imagine you have a Kubernetes cluster and you have workloads, right?
Yeah.
So these workloads are in the form of pods, but there's not enough nodes on your cluster to handle those workloads. Mm-hmm. So what you need to do is you need to have more nodes, right?
Right.
So an autoscaler, in this case, is going to create more nodes for you. So right now, the team that we're on have two offerings, which is cluster autoscaler and this Karpenter, which is upcoming. Mm-hmm. So the advantage of Karpenter we have over autoscaler is on cost savings. So imagine if you're a business owner and if you are going to start a business or trying to grow your business, you probably don't want to put too much cost on infrastructure management.
Right.
So the highlight of Karpenter is going to allow you to have a cost-efficient configuration of the cluster without too much management.
Right.
So specifically, in autoscaler, you probably need to specify like the VM SKU, the VM size per agent pool. And if you want to optimize to be like the cheapest to handle your workload, you probably need to do some research and create like thousands agent pools for that, right. Which is not too healthy.
Right.
But in Karpenter's case, basically it's gonna select like the most optimal VM configuration for you. You just need to deploy this one configuration with the requirements and kind of like maybe sort by the
So
price.
you don't deploy multiple node pools, you don't deploy multiple SKUs, you just deploy the cluster with Karpenter on, and then you deploy your workflows, and that's it.
Exactly. I mean, you could still do it if you want more configuration, but you in some use case you can just like deploy the entire cluster with just one agent pool, one node pool.
Right.
Yep.
Very good. And so what part? So that's a pretty big and comprehensive project, right? Like how the way that it does, the binding, the scaling, the selection of SKUs, the way it does the provisioning of the nodes, the way it does checking capacities or pricing or just the consolidation. That's a lot of work. And the team is quite a few different members. We'll probably have them in AKS Me Anything discussing some of the different features that Karpenter has, maybe on our season 2. Which part of Karpenter have you been working on recently that you can talk to us a bit more about?
Yeah, so I work on quite a lot, but I think the part that I mostly focus on is on the backend side, especially on the part where Karpenter already decides that, okay, we should create these VMs, but how are we exactly going to do that? It's not an easy process. You could spin a VM on Azure, but the hard part is you need to join it to AKS cluster.
Bootstrap it, right?
Yep. So yeah, the term is bootstrapping or provisioning. It's not a different abstraction, but basically that's the part. So how we solve that problem is, so Karpenter, on the most prototype level that we had before, it used to do this thing on its own. It's called Azure API and do the bootstrapping. But turns out...
So it just did it directly by itself. The Karpenter controllers would just do it directly, call the Azure APIs and do it itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the thing we found from that approach is it is not too scalable in the long term, because now there are two teams on AKS trying to do the same thing, which is like bootstrapping.
Right, because AKS itself is already doing that from before, right? And you have cluster autoscaler and the AKS resource provider and the AKS node pools doing the same thing, right? Bootstrapping.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
2 times the concern and 2 times the manpower.
That's right.
Yep. So the solution that I did push for and currently implementing is that Karpenter should try to connect to AKS control plane to handle the bootstrapping for us.
I see.
We expect that this is going to have improvements in maintenance and performance and quality and probably every aspect of it.
Right, because you're benefiting from essentially all the lessons, essentially that AKS learned the hard way, and all the benefits, all the retries, all the performance improvements that AKS itself already has. So Karpenter is going to get all of those, and you're going to get all the benefits from Karpenter.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
So our team can then focus on the all-scaling logic,
Right.
that calculation to make optimal, rather than like having to do everything on our own.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
That seems like a complex thing to kind of visualize, getting all the retries and when the user submits all those pieces. One thing that the audience might not know is that all through season 1, there might be something that they seen behind us in all the different AKS Me Anythings. You want to tell us a little bit what's behind us, Robin?
So
kind of an Easter egg for this last episode.
Yep.
But this is actually drawn by Robin quite a while back, and this is actually bits and pieces of Karpenter and NAP itself.
Yep. Yeah. This kind of big review, right? But yeah, both of these diagrams, it is drawn by me, and it's about Karpenter.
Yeah.
And on the left one is what I just talked about. It's like a prototype of the design of how Karpenter.
Here we have basically a little user trying to apply something to the CRD.
Yep. Yeah, the CRD is like basically the interface for user to talk to Karpenter, and then Karpenter will do its own thing to do provisioning. For example, here you can probably see this node provisioner where Karpenter tries to talk to, and all this is like the part control plane. So yeah, this was drawn probably few months back, I think, and it's still quite updated, but not the updated anymore.
Yeah, everything keeps changing, right?
Exactly. That's the hard part.
Good time to update it, but luckily in our documentation is a little bit better. And then the control plane would then go and provision it, talk to eventually the compute RP, and ideally eventually land the node to the user.
Exactly.
Very cool. And on the right bar, I see a bunch of stuff related to identities.
Yep. So this one is another thing I did work on earlier. It is engineering-wise, it's called refactor. But the purpose is to try to ensure that the identities of the cluster or the user that gets to Karpenter get propagate to a right place. Because before that, we discovered that there's a wrong identity. So yeah, we just need to ensure, right, to improve like the security aspect of Karpenter.
Right. Ensure that as you're bootstrapping and as you're doing everything, the right identities have the right permissions and everything's right. That makes perfect sense. So thanks so much for this, and thank you for sharing a little bit what's behind us in AKS Me Anything for a while, at least during season 1. Stay tuned for season 2 for where we're going to be. What's looking a bit for the future? My last question to you: what are you most excited about that the team's working on?
So first, all this thing that I work on we work on. It's going to be GA soon.
That's right. I mean, we're landing GA right now. Very good, very, very good. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So the business customer can start using this as of now.
Nice.
And we're going to ensure that our service have quality to the base of AKS standards.
Very good. And I know we have a GA scope, and now we're going to be able to start presumably working on a lot of the different feature requests that users have been giving us throughout the preview and also in preparation for the GA as well. And any feedback that you remember or anything that you're looking forward to go and build?
I believe you also heard about AKS Automatic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the entire stack of features that's going to make AKS cluster more automatic.
Yes. So that's that. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So so now that NAP is GA, it is the base of AKS Automatic, where you don't need to manage anything from an infrastructure perspective, just deploy workloads. And it also ideally opens up the opportunity to GA AKS Automatic now shortly that its infrastructure base is also GA.
Yep. Well, Karpenter is a part of it.
Absolutely. It's a core base of the infrastructure. Well, thank you so much, Robin. Appreciate having us here and closing up season 1. It was really cool. I think it's probably time to start deleting this one and see what we're up for in next season. For all of you, thanks for tuning in for all of season 1 of AKS Me Anything. As usual, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know what you'd like to see us talk about in season 2. We've been noting all of your requests, and we'll make sure to get all of them covered throughout many topics on our next season. We have tons of folks in the team that are coming in and talking about different areas of the product, about different features, about things that we are about to launch. And so we're looking forward to showcase a lot of those to you. Take care.